So when two people separate, often they can come to an agreement between themselves about how their finances should be divided. But why is it important to finalise that agreement?
It's essential that any agreement that's reached regarding the finances on divorce, that it's formalised within a document called a consent order. And a consent order is essentially, this is a legal document, it's a contract that both people will enter into, you'll sign it. But importantly, it's a document that also has to be approved by the court. So it has to be considered by a judge and they have to approve it. And once a judge has approved a consent order, it becomes a binding legal court order that can be enforced if necessary.
And why is it so important that the court approves it? What is it that we're trying to prevent in the future, for example?
Yeah, well, it's the fact that spouses and separated spouses, they can make a range of financial claims against each other on divorce. And those claims can only be ended by an order of the court. And I've certainly had cases where people have got divorced and then years later, they didn't deal with their finances formally. And then years later, one person comes out of the woodwork to pursue a financial claim against the other person. So to give certainty moving forward that that's not going to happen, we always recommend that any financial settlement has to be incorporated within a consent order.
Absolutely. And what are some typical examples then of things that might feature in a consent order?
Yeah, so it varies obviously, but quite typically we'll come across an agreement about the family home. So the order will say what should happen to it. It might be that it's been agreed that the property should be sold. It might be that it's been agreed that the property should be transferred from one spouse to the other spouse. So that's quite often something we come across. Or it might be that there's pensions that need to be dealt with. So the consent order will set out exactly what should happen with the pensions. It might be that one person is sharing a percentage of their pension with their spouse. And picking up on what I said earlier, quite often we'll have a clean break paragraph within the consent order. So that's a paragraph that will formally end the ability of the spouses to pursue financial claims against each other either now or any time in the future.